When people think about earning more money, they usually think about new side hustles, new jobs, and new stress. But honestly, that's the wrong starting point. They need to fix how they're earning right now. Whether you're looking at starting a new side hustle or just increasing income from what you already do, I'm going to walk you through 5 realistic ways to earn more money without hype, without turning your life upside down. And one of these will probably matter more than the others. But most people completely ignore it. And the crazy part? Most of these are things that you can start right away. So let's get into it. Now before I start throwing ideas at you, they have to pass a reality filter. Because honestly, if an idea sounds good online but it doesn't work in real life, it's useless. So every earning idea in this video checks these certain boxes. Low startup cost, no special degree, no quit your job pressure, and something that you can start right away. If it doesn't meet those standards, I'm not interested. And once you see how simple this actually is, you realize that you've had earning power this whole time. Alright, let's get the first one. Now this is probably the most ignored income lever that there is. Freelancers, you're probably undercharging. Service workers, are you offering your upsells? Side hustlers, you may be pricing out of fear rather than sustainability. Most people don't need a new side hustle. What they need is to charge a higher rate. If you're making $20 an hour on your job, that's not what you're worth. That's just what they pay you. You figure by the time you add payroll taxes, insurance, workers' comp, paid time off, overhead, and company profit, a worker usually needs to generate $40 to $50 an hour for the company just to make sense. So tell me, does this change how you think about your value? Because it should. If you ever work side jobs, whether it's painting, repairs, cleaning, tutoring, writing, whatever it is that you're doing, charging $30 to $50 an hour really isn't crazy, it's normal. You're already worth that, but you just don't see it on your paycheck. And once you understand that, charging more stops feeling greedy and starts feeling pretty smart. When I started my painting business, Patrick, a property manager, took me aside one day. He said, "Man, you need to raise your rates." His logic was simple. He said, if I charge more, I'm more likely to continue doing the quality work that he's come to expect from me, rather than rushing on to the next job, trying to make some extra money. Being self-employed, I do understand competition, and you do need to know your markets. But higher rates, that's only part of the solution. Now this is where a lot of people mess up. They want to make some more money, so what do? They add more jobs. That'll burn you out quick. What you should be doing is adding more value. Skill stacking means adding complementary skills to what you're already doing. One extra skill can increase your income without doubling your hours. A house cleaner might offer organizing. Painters can offer minor repairs or minor drywall work. Resellers, add delivery. Office workers, Excel, AI, or automation. Recently I was painting a house for a lady, and she asked me to hang some mini blinds. I was already on the job, I had the tools and the ladders, so I accepted. She saved money by not having to call another contractor, and I made an extra $200 in just over an hour. So really it's simple. The more you offer, the more valuable you are. And if you want to increase your value even more, do the jobs that others avoid. One thing's for sure, there's opportunity in doing the work that most people don't want to do. Not because it's hard, but because it's not glamorous. Things like gutter cleaning and yard cleanups, pressure washing, trash can cleaning. Same thing goes for clerical work and house cleaning. This work can pay surprisingly well, especially with the right clients. And most of it just requires basic tools and integrity. A buddy of mine is a realtor, and when the market slowed down, he started doing his own handyman and yard work business. By the time the market picked up, he'd established this business, so he hired a couple of guys to work it, and he went back to real estate. It's like my grandpa used to tell me, if you're willing to do what others avoid, you'll never be broke. You know, my first job was picking up trash in an apartment complex. Not exactly top choice, but it put food on the table, and in 3 years, I was in charge of 396 units and had 5 people working under me. Well, that's a different video. The point is, people, opportunity is always there. Alright, this isn't passive income, but it is predictable income. You can do weekly or monthly cleanups for church services, community, or school contracts. And seasonal maintenance is always another good option. You can control the amount of customers you want, so you can cherry pick the best ones if you're just wanting to make a little extra cash without getting overwhelmed. 1 week in a month can change your cash flow, especially when it repeats. And make sure to be good to your customers, because if you decide to expand, you already have a customer base with good referrals. Predictable money beats stressful money every time. So now let's just look at one more category. Alright, now let's talk about selling. And no, I'm not suggesting you sell everything you own. This is about selling with purpose, just turning unused items into cash flow. Seems all of us have some old tools, unused tech, or hobby or sports gear laying around. Now, storage units and garage purchases are great. This doesn't just declutter your house and your garage, it's capital. A little extra cash can be all the difference between stuck and stable. So use that money to pad your savings, pay off debt, or finance that new side hustle. You say you don't have anything to sell? My wife is great at taking photos and really good at writing ads. So she regularly gets people asking her to sell their stuff. She agrees on her price and her commission, and then she sells that item for them on Marketplace, eBay, or wherever she sells them. I don't know. The whole point of this video is to help you discover your worth and to recognize opportunity when you see it. So if you're ready to earn more in 2026, start simple, start realistic, and start with what you already have and what you already do. You're worth more than you think, and you've got more earning power than you realize. I'll be doing a video soon on should you start your own business in 2026, so keep an eye out for it. In the meantime, I hope you share in the comments which earning idea hit closest to home for you. If you have other ideas, feel free to share them. Now if you want the tools that I use, the budget, the spending log, and the daily trackers, they're pinned below and they're free. So like and subscribe if you want to join our community. We have a simple goal here: earn more, owe less, live better, and forge your life.